language interpreter. My name is John Jacob Curia. You're very much welcome to the broadcast. In a bit, we'll be joining Ruth Wamboi and Milimani, where Senior Principal Magistrate Wandia Nyamo will be making a ruling. 25 protesters who were arrested in Tuesday's anti-taxation protests because the DCI is seeking to detain them for 21 days so as to finish investigations. But William Ruto has directed the National Treasury to review the Gazette Notice by the Salaries and Remuneration Commission, SRC, and reviewing and setting the remuneration and benefits for state officers. And as he led other state officers arms of government to exercise fiscal prudence, the SRC has in the meantime frozen its upward review of the salaries of state officers. The commission is, however, reviewing other public servants, factoring in existing frameworks such as the collective bargaining agreements. The Gazette Notice is seeking to implement the second of a two-phase public officers' pay rise was expected to come to effect this month. The outrage as Kenyans accused leaders of being insensitive to the plight of struggling folk. President William Ruto has directed Treasury to review the proposal that would have seen state officers in the executive, both the national and county governments, the Senate and the National Assembly, as well as senior public officers, gobbled in the pay rise. President Ruto says in light of a withdrawal of the Finance Bill 2024 and the fiscal constraints expected this financial year within their means. The Salaries and Remuneration Commission, in responding to this concern, the pay rise of state officers.
SRC has been conscious of the need to fiscal sustainability of the public wage bill and has consistently taken measures towards ensuring that public service operates within the prescribed affordability.
The Commission, however, insists proposed pay cuts for state officers, as has been advanced by activists during demonstrations, will not be a walk in the park.
What the law says is you cannot arbitrarily cut it. It doesn't. So that means then that we then have an engagement with that stakeholder through, in this case, when you talk about MPs and Senate, that is they have expressed desire that they are willing to have a pay cut. We would definitely be more than happy to go that direction.
Earlier, senators during a special nation moved by Majority Leader Aaron Cheriot riled at SRC, accusing it of failing to read the mood of a country.
The yearly increment that is now being discussed, I saw that being reported or misreported in sections of the media that we are now going to earn more. SRC continues to be silent about it, but we must make a resolution and say we reject even that one. Financial situation.
Bwana Spika, mimi nasema kwamba sitaki mshahara wangu uongezwe. Sitaki. Nimekataa. Wacha hiyo pesa ambayo ilikuwa Senate, na najua ndugu zangu maseneta wako hapa, tuna shida za pesa ndio, lakini nina hakika watakubaliana na mimi ya kwamba si wakati mzuri sasa sisi kuongezwa mishahara. Haifai.
Who has sent them to fuel discontent in a country at a time that this country is bleeding?
This issue of SRC increasing the salaries of members of parliament and state officers is ill-advised. It is in bad faith. It wants to increase the public discontent, Mr. Speaker. It must be called out, Mr. Speaker.
What we need to do, and I'm very happy my colleagues who have gone before me have said it, in all honesty, nobody asked for that increment. Nobody that I know. Personally, I never asked. Shillings.
The opposition also called on its members to reject the pay hike.
We also note with concern the intention to divert the public attention by purporting to adjust the salaries of senior state officers, members of parliament, members of county assemblies, and governors upwards at a time the economy is not doing well.
I want you to go on record that I together with my deputy, Honorable Mbui, have rejected in totality the purported by the SRC.
The Council of Governors and Public Service Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria have also advised against any move that would see an upward review of remuneration for public officers.